So we have a good supply of the horse manure shavings, and not so much of wood chips. So can we use that just like you do the wood chips, pretty much?
See, any covering
the
works.
wood chips are more like lighter.
Here's the thing about wood chips: it has the green. My wood chips are the favorite, but I could only use what I have.
Yeah.
You know, now what I love about the horse manure and shavings for potatoes, when you're on your knees digging them, there's nothing to poke you. It's really a comfortable surface to be kneeling on. You know, so they're very fun to work with. Kind of thing. So again, you just pray, and I would pray that for wood chips.
Yeah.
And I can tell you amazing miracles. I get phone calls people do that pray. And so God has access to wood chips, and when you start to do things His way, He wants to help. So just say, God, could you send some wood chips? And then how you exercise faith, you start giving thanks before they show up. Thank you, God, for the wood chips you're bringing. I want to give you thanks. You see, the word says, if everything give thanks. As soon as you give thanks, you're exercising faith. And what does faith do? It pleases God. Now, if God's pleased, how's He's going to respond?
He's going to bless you.
Yeah, if someone's pleasing you, you're going to respond with blessing to them. You just want to. So it's a very natural thing. You know, just to walk in faith, to be thankful, and just to pray.
So if you're putting a covering on soil that's dead, would you put something underneath it first? Okay.
I put wood chips directly on my orchard and nothing else, and it's just been awesome. All the things are beneficial, like they use, mushroom compost and all those things are okay. But at the bottom line, if I had a choice of only one thing, I go with wood chips because that's what I see in the forest, where the soil is the richest. Are you hearing me? So I'm always coming back to nature. I'm always coming back, no matter what I'm hearing or seeing, I always go back to nature and I look what's happening there. And the forest has the most mineral-rich, fertile soil in the world. That's all created by needles, leaves, and twigs, wood chips.
Yeah.
And I noticed my garden this year, we had a major drought. In my orchard, I'm growing onions, potatoes, cucumbers. Zucchinis.
Yeah.
I never watered, but in my garden, with all this stuff, I had to water. So I'm seeing wood chips have a greater water retention than compost. So I love these things that happen to you to wake you up like, God uses wood chips for a reason. They're the best.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
We get like, what, 7 inches of rain a year?
17?
17?
We live in the Catskills, Arlington area, so we get a lot of rain.
Thinking about having chickens outside, and then we have them just on grass that we move
in the summertime.
back and forth, but that doesn't give us much.
Well, you can
for
see
compost,
here, this here, I don't care how much it rains, it's not going to, this is all compost from my yard waste, so no water ever stands out here.
You've done this video.
So if you want in your chicken pen, just bring in that horse manure and shavings, just cover the ground with it.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking.
That'll take up the water.
Yeah.
You know, like the whole rainforest, 14 feet, there's no water standing.
No.
Because it's all wood chips. Right. So organic material is really great for displacing water.
And also make sure that, well, what you see, you have a nice slope here. It drains well. If I have a place that's lower, maybe go not plant in that low spot because it's just
fill it with wood chips. It'll change.
Yeah. Okay. Got to fill it in first.
Wood chips, I'm telling you, displace water. Amazing. And see those low places is great for things like potatoes because they like water.
Okay.
And the wood chips, you won't have standing water, so you'll have, because it's low, you always have water there.
What about bees? Do you have any mason bees?
I have all those big blocks. There's one there, one over by my pump house. I have mason bees. And how I discovered I had them, see my all those holes.
Is that from woodpeckers?
No, that just came. I got a really good deal on that wood because it gave me like a sling load for nothing because they couldn't sell it. But it was on the beach, wood on the beach kind of thing, Yeah. But I discovered when I built these buildings, my barn in this, that I had all these mason bees happening. So I was really like, wow, this is cool. So I started building blocks for them because mason bees are your finest pollinators.
Yeah.
Because you see when it's cold and my trees are blooming, honeybees have honey at home. They don't go outside. They're not going to work. Where mason bees have no honey. And they're going to show up at the first thing that blooms because they have to. They have no option. So because they have to, they're the best.
Now with the horse manure or wood shavings, would you have to maybe reapply sooner because
they break down quicker? Yeah,
they break down a lot quicker. So maybe every couple of years put more out.
Well, this depends. But like this stuff here is just, these wood chips, like what you're standing on, I've been putting in here for years. You know, it's just.
How often do you have to go around generally in the areas to just
Well,
do
this is the
weeding?
beauty of God, is that you see, as I build a foundation, at first it breaks down quite quickly.
Yeah.
But over time, because you have a base built, you get longer and longer longevity, which is so cool. And it so shows God's heart, because as you get older, you have less energy.
Right.
So you don't want to have to maintain this same, treadmill thing your whole life.
Yeah.
And when you do it God's way, it's like, I have to do it so often. This is holding. This is easier. And you kind of realize in your spirit, like, yeah, that's a good idea.
Gives more and more, and it's
the
less
other
work.
way.
Yeah, you're getting more and more with less and less work.
Yeah.
Which is so good. It's all about this investment kind of a thing.
Yeah.
If you invest right, you get a higher return.
Yeah.
Same with
Jimmy
God.
wasn't done.
His laws are a great investment.
Yeah.
James says they're not burdensome; they're really a benefit. So if you just do things His way, it's a good deal.
Yeah.
It pays off well.
Well, it's been such a pleasure. We what was it, last fall that we first saw the film?
I think it was this spring.
Or the spring, yeah. And then we watched a whole bunch of his videos.
We did get one,
There's,
In the
a
fall.
couple.
Fall.
We got a couple loads
Crazy
of wood
with
chips and
them
put
is
them
that-
on our pumpkins. We had already planted
I
them.
usually don't. I've never
and
been in one of my videos.
They're not really breaking down at all yet.
Well, that's because we
But
put them on
on there, I
spring and
go
we
by
haven't
it.
had any rain much, so they probably won't
Yeah.
break down until
Yeah, water.
Easter.
Water is really the breakdown process is really encouraged by water.
Yeah.
He has a son named.
Well, you'll find next winter, after you go through the winter, there'll be all kinds of life in there, fungus and bacteria and
Yeah.
worms and everything.
I've had mushrooms cropping up all over my wood chips.
Because it's a living environment. Life shows up.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. It was really encouraging.
Oh,
and we
thank
really
you.
appreciate it. We came last year and we started a little bit. We didn't get the chips down until spring, and so I'm encouraged to get more chips down and do a little more
This is a
this year.
perfect
It'd be
time
great.
because
Yeah.
this is fall. This is when God does it.
Yep, this is the right time.
Well,
of year.
thank
So
you
thank
so
you so
much.
much, and God bless you. We tell everybody about your garden and say you need to go and see it. But I don't know if they get here. But anyway,
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, and God bless you.
Bless you. Thank you.
Yeah.
People always tell me, "Oh, well, I know exactly where I might come when something happens."
My mom, see, we have a farm stand, and so
I'm over all the
we
bodies
would have all
that
come as a
about the
family,
same
but
thing.
we're open from late April through
No,
December.
like,
So
for me,
So they're working.
we're
I store
split up today, but hopefully we'll come back at some point.
Yes, exactly.
But for
So you start in May, is that?
I start in
Or
June.
June, that's right.
That's when I start having
guys
food to
from
eat.
work show
And then
up
I
at
go
my
in
doorstep
October.
because they remember that I'm a prepper or something.
Well,
Fine.
thank you
Come
very
on,
much.
I mean, you're not getting
It's just a
steak and
token.
stuff,
It's not
but-
much,
Thank you
but
so much.
yeah.
Bless you. That's kind of you.
God bless you.
Bless you. And again, just like I say,
better
just
to
pray
make
Yeah.
and believe, because
those
God's a
people
father.
a
And He loves His
friend
kids.
instead
And He tells in His
waiting
word, "You
until
have not
nighttime
because
and
you
now
don't
they're coming
ask."
for everything.
So God, help us with which is
So,
we need this for that. And just give Him thanks. Thank you.
Yeah.
And that just exercises faith, and good things happen.
I thought it was interesting, the one little segment that he did on,
So if you have that kind of abundance,
what is it, what's the word?
He's plugged into
yeah,
Self-sufficiency, like if something were to happen with our energy system or power grid or something that was disruptive, and that you had a generator and had backup system set up. I thought that was really interesting because
Go on that side.
I think that
And is that your
it
website?
goes right along with all the other
videos of this place.
concepts that you're learning and
Is
using
that
here. Is that it's you have a good food supply, but yet on the other hand, you need to have some padding
The
in case
website isn't
some of the
That's your website.
modern technology isn't supporting during the season. But that's something
and
we
so
haven't
put
done
a,
yet.
if you see
but-
over, you see over there on our well,
yeah,
you see the
I
hand
saw
pump.
that hand pump.
Yeah, you can see it. Like,
We
I gotta
need
have
to do
water.
that, yeah.
And you see that. And I actually put I threaded the bottom so I can actually run a hose all the way to the house.
Oh, really?
So I have to carry it, so I can actually pump water to the house.
so much.
But again, we have to think.
Spiritual.
Like,
Yeah.
and the word is very plain that in these
I mean,
times we're living in, everything that can be shaken will be shaken.
The whole day.
Are you hearing me? God's very upfront about it. Everything that can be shaken is going to be shaken.
you'll just start
So all the things we thought are always secure, and they're not.
There's a couple of them.
And so
that
He's told us.
actually
It's not
have
like
the
I'm not like
Bible
freaking out. I'm being worried.
Yeah.
He's very plain about it. And if you're paying attention,
Revelation.
things are falling apart. All the economies are failing. God, look at all these people that are stranded. They're leaving the country because things are messed up. Things are being shaken big time. So this is the time we live in. And so we want to be wise stewards, prepare, because He's told us. It's not a thing of fear, not a thing of worry, it's just a thing of like, this is where you're living, this is what's going to happen, so prepare. Yeah, that generator, because I have a transfer switch.
Yeah.
So on my main box, it's generator grid. Life the generator, everything in my house is like I'm on the grid. Everything's on.
Oh wow.
Instead of having to run wires here and there, it's just the whole place. It's so convenient, so awesome. and I have 2,000 gallons of fuel. It gets 4 hours per gallon. So I got 500 gallons of fuel. So I got 2,000 hours runtime. So that'll give me time to figure out the next step. My sense is, I'll just, you can run it a couple of hours a day. You can do all your showers, wash your clothes, and just, and I think it's going to be great because if you look at God created lighting for a reason. At start, you should go to bed.
Yeah.
Really, get up in the morning. And so I can be fine going to bed earlier. It's just, I don't hit my lights at night. So,
what about the summertime when it's long daylight though?
Well,
do you find it hard to
you know what I find?
be up a long time?
Is that God created the seasons for a reason. In the winter, I recharge batteries to get to bed early. The summer, I burn them. But the seasons are great, and all winter long I recharge because it gets dark at 4:30, and I just go to bed early because I can't be outside. So come in. Again, everything's by it's divine order. There's order to it, and there's reasons for seasons. I love variety. If everything was the same, it'd be boring. So
I take
God's practical.
Different times.
Very practical.
Very, very practical.
I love that about it.
And the beauty is in the practicality.
Yeah,
It's really.
And when you start connecting and learning, life just works well.
Yeah.
It works well. It's just very, very convenient. I love convenience.
So about what you feed your chickens, I know you feed them a lot. And in the
All from
winter, you feed them
my
kale?
yard waste.
In the winter?
Kale is their favorite food.
Okay.
I had an interesting experience. Here I do that lettuce. I got this beautiful tender, like $3-4 a pound lettuce. The stuff that everybody wants. That little stuff.
Yeah. The mini greens.
Yeah. So I'm getting the mini greens. I'm fitting. I have my wheelbarrow for my chickens. And I go to my kale and I'm picking off these old, big, thick leaves. I dumped the chickens. They kicked all the little tender stuff away, so I was eating the kale.
Funny.
And so I says, God talked, he says, just watch. And they finished the kale, they ate the lettuce. And he told me, they know what has the most nutrition. And they went for the most nutritious first. It was huge.
And the color, you can see more color, more nutrition.
And what I love about kale is that all winter you have live food. See fresh greens the entire winter. You know what happens? It's so hilarious. My wife has people come over here in January for dinner. January. And so she always makes a salad because we have kale. This happens to everybody who comes. It's hilarious. They say, Carol, we came to your house really hungry, we wanted to eat a meal. You just gave us salad and we're full. She just laughed, you're not full, you're satisfied. You just got live food. That was picked 10 minutes ago. You can eat the whole meal, you're not full. You just your body's talking to you. You just got live food and it says, we're good.
Thank you.
Thank you. We don't need it anymore. And it says, when's the last time you had live food? Look at you like live food. People don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It happens. We feel full. No, you're not full. You're satisfied. Your body's not stupid. It communicates like, that was food. That was real. This other stuff you're feeding this isn't food.
Yeah.
That's why obesity is so rampant today. Really? The people are starving from full stomachs. So they're eating all this dead food. The body is saying, I'm hungry. That wasn't food.
I talked to that one guy.
I'm so hungry. Even though they're full, they're not satisfied because there's no nutrients.
Right.
Where you saw these people today, a couple of apples and they feel full.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
nutrient dense, folks. The body says, you don't need it anymore, man. We're good.
Yeah.
It's fun.
We want to transition more towards no-till
He wrote the book.
because, well, I'll tell you that this last fall I put some new. We put in some new areas of garden, and before that I put in a bunch of. We have a milk cow, and Sarah uses straw for the bedding, and we have big piles of that manure, straw, and everything. So I put it down over the new place, just straight on the ground, and then I put black plastic over that for the winter. And in the spring, you open that black plastic up, and the worms. I mean, And I thought, and then we tilled it, and then the worms went away. And I thought, we're not going to get any worms if we keep that tiller. So we need.
Well, here's
worms
you
do the
think
work
about,
for
think
you.
about
I mean, they-
logically.
Yeah,
God has put in the soil thousands of living organisms.
yeah, not just the worms, all the tinier.
I mean,
too.
like fungus and bacteria and all these living creatures
Yeah.
who all have their homes, all have their babies there until you kill them all. If you tried to destroy your soil, you couldn't be more effective at killing.
Yeah. Really? Yeah.
That's the most destructive thing you could possibly do. And
always
after you're all
brings
done
up
tilling,
weed seeds and
all that
everything,
good
too.
stuff you put there is lost, burned
Yeah.
up, you never see it again, turns to hard pan.
Yeah.
We've
And
tried
it was a
several
total waste.
ones.
You
I'm like,
lost
oh,
it
these
all.
things are
When you put it on top like this, everything's there. The soil below always is changing, getting blessed,
You're okay with?
and you never lose anything. It's just again,
Yeah.
it's so obvious.
You've been through this before.
and so amazing how
Doesn't seem to ruin
totally
it.
crazy it is, and how
It's
because
not,
we
this,
how
I
we're
don't
taught,
know.
we
It
don't
hasn't
think.
been
That's your
good
battery
brain
pack.
before. There's a video on my page
It's
about that.
pathetic. And you look at these people
That's
are
what
working so
jumpstarted the
hard,
Yeah.
you know, tilling and weeding and
Swear to
doing all
God,
this
there's a
stuff,
video on there about that.
and going backwards.
Crazy.
Going backwards. Where this is, I don't do anything. It just keeps getting better because you can't help it. It's feeding.
Because to basically feed your crops to the chickens, use the chickens to do your processing, put it back on the garden, so you don't really ever have to do a cover crop.
No.
I mean, you have covering on
Yeah,
it, so
yeah. Cover crops are okay if there's nothing else, but this totally surpasses that from my perspective.
growing it all the time.
Because it's so
all year.
clean.
Yeah.
Can I interrupt? We
Yeah.
just want to
Sure.
run.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Bless you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
This
Look
has
forward to the
been this
video.
has been an amazing, wonderful experience.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm so blessed by you coming.
Do you mind if we take a few apples on our way?
No, help yourself. Yeah. Fill up your pockets. You're good.
Yeah.
There's no shortage out there. You can see.
Well, I know,
My
but
son is
thank
gonna
you.
do
You're so welcome.
We wanted to.
So he can sign up.
Thank you so much.
This is,
Have apples.
we're gonna send our kids here. They want to do what you're doing.
They should.
They're building a house in Goldbar, but they've got 14 acres. So I said to my husband, I said, oh my goodness, they could do something.
They could, yeah. So easy.
Well, this has taken years for you to do, but this is a result of
That's why people see that, you know, it works. You know, and it's,
amazing.
again, just, you know, compounding interest. Every year gets better
Oh my
because it's
goodness.
just,
Well, I love your heart for the Lord. We
God is
just
good.
absolutely are blessed to hear you just sharing the word and sharing God's goodness and His love. So
Thank you.
bless you, brother.
Thank you. Bless you.